Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to get some shots out to the early birds. What's up, Antoine T? Is that Gibran Thompson? Is that Jabron Thompson? I'm not familiar with that name. African Pride. What up? What up? Ray Ford. Window. Eric Horn. Evelyn Logan. Craig Johnson. ATL. What's up? I'm going in, fam. You know, anytime I do something on Trump, I got to get right to it, fam, because his followers, his minions, his puppets, they get very offended. You know, they just be, I should make them wait longer before I say what I got to say about their master, the chief, the commander and thief. I should make them wait longer, but I'm going to go ahead and go in. Now, before I do go in, I do want to lay some ground rules. You don't have to agree with anything I say. We can agree to disagree all day, but disrespect will not be allowed. So if you come on my platform and think you're going to disrespect me like you do some of these other YouTubers, you're in for a rude awakening. You're going to get blocked immediately. You don't get a second chance. You get one time, and that's it. So choose wisely. Now, the like button. Smash up the likes, fam, because this is how we put it in their face. The more y'all like the video, the more it gets suggested in other people's feeds, and the more people can hear the message, and the more Trumpettes, especially when I'm doing a video about Trump, the more Trumpettes can have depression, you know, and depression is good when you put it on them. It's a great thing, man, you know, because they think they are bullies. They're bullies, and they think somebody's scared of them. So this is a good way to make life uncomfortable for them. This is a good way to put them in check. And I will lead the charge for all good, wholesome, decent Americans. The real patriots. I want you to know, the real patriots won the Civil War last time, and the real patriots will win the Civil War next time, if it ever go down. Believe that. I'm a true red-blooded American. Born and raised in 5th Ward, H-Town, Texas, baby. The South. Ground zero for the conflict. So hear me when I say I ain't playing no games. Let me put up my subject. This right here, fam, on the right. Well, let me just put a pic of him by himself first. This is former commander and thief, Donald J. Trump. The J stands for, you guessed it, jackass, jerk, jigaboo. That hurt their feelings, fam, because they ain't never heard their master be referred to such terms. Where's Christopher Wray? I like this guy, Christopher Wray, because Christopher Wray had to bring the bad news. That's Christopher Wray to the left. That is FBI Director Christopher Wray. Christopher Wray has expressed doubts over if Donald Trump was shot in the course of an attempted assassination at a Pennsylvania political rally. Check this out, family. During his testimony, to the U.S. House Judiciary Committee on Wednesday, Christopher disclosed that the FBI was still investigating whether it was some shrapnel or bullet that struck Trump's ear during the shooting. Boy, they want so bad. They want so badly for that to have been a bullet, so they can prove how tough Trump is at 78. Family, when they say shrapnel, they're talking about fragments of that glass. the glass shield that he was standing behind. Family, they want so bad for that have been a bullet. Like, look, he survived the bullet. But check this out. Even if it was a bullet, it's just the ear. It's just a graze on his ear. I know people who have survived gunshots to the head. Those people are real soldiers. Dude, you got nicked on the ear. He acting like he did some hella. And I'm going to tell you like this, fam. I'm still not convinced that it's not fake news. Who's to say he didn't pop a blood pellet? You know, he is an actor, you know, one of those reality celebrities. Family, it's been almost 2 weeks since the so-called failed assassination attempt on Don the Con. At the time, many people thought that he was grazed by a bullet, but a Secret Service rep later claimed that the injury was from glass. However, Trump has always maintained he was struck by a bullet. Now, the FBI director is claiming that they're unsure if it was actually hit by a bullet. Family, you know, with all of the technology they have today, they could figure that out. They can ascertain whether he got hit by a bullet or not. Let me tell you what Christopher Wray said. That's Christopher Wray to the left, y'all. That's FBI Director Christopher Wray. He said, with respect to former President Trump, there's some question about whether or not it's a bullet or a shrapnel that hit his ear. He added, it's conceivable, although as I sit here right now, I don't know whether that bullet, in addition to causing the grazing, could have also landed somewhere else. But I believe we've accounted for all the shots in the cartridges. Seems like to me, Christopher is trying to find a nice way to say that Trump was not hit by a bullet. Because he knows Trump is going to attack him. Trump is coming to attack him. Let me tell you something, fam. J. Edgar Hoover was a piece of trash. He was one of the most despicable, worthless human beings ever. One of God's worst creations. In fact, I don't even know if we can credit that to God. He had to be born from the devil's bloodline. But having said that, where is the FBI director with enough balls to go after somebody who come for them. Because, you know, J. Edgar Hoover came after everybody, even people who wasn't coming for him. He was just a despicable POS. He went after everybody. Presidents, celebrities, activists, their wives, their children. He spied on everybody. He called out everybody, and he did everybody, killed everybody. Where's a J. Edgar Hoover? Couldn't be me, fam. I could not be the FBI director and Trump running his mouth, putting his mouth on my name. I give him everything he talk about. I would use my power to give him everything he talks about. All this stuff he talk about doing to other people, I give it to him tenfold. Yes, I would. And if any of his minions get out of line, I will immediately shut them down and make them out of an example. That's what I would do. Now, I do like the fact that he called Trump, former President Trump, because a lot of them, have y'all noticed how a lot of these people address Trump right now? They say President Trump, President Trump. Now, I can understand if you're saying, you know, just President Trump, if you're not talking about him in the same sentence as the current president. I can understand that. But when you're talking about Joe Biden and you're talking about today's administration, you're talking about the political race, you're talking about Trump campaigning. He's on the campaign trail and they calling him the president. I got a problem with that. What it is, fam, you got to be careful, because what it really is dog whistling. That's what's happening. The dog whistling. It's propaganda to call him president. He's a former president who really shouldn't have ever been president in the first place, because he is who those female Trump supporters called ignorant. They called Kamala Harris ignorant. I'm not even saying she's not ignorant, but I can tell you this. I know for a fact Trump is ignorant, because everything is huge. That boy got the maximum 2 syllables to every word that he says. Maximum 2 syllables. And he behaves like a country backwoods trailer park hillbilly. That's how he behaves. He's everything that polite white society say that they're against. That's who he is. But he got that one saving grace, and that is dun, 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 bigotry. He got that going. And so for some of them, that's all it takes. I say we subpoena the doctor who treated Trump. Subpoena him. But you know what? Ain't nothing gonna happen. I'm just telling you, it would be a dog and pony show, because he'll just get on there and lie. He'd get on the stand and just lie. Going into the comments. I see you. I see you, Jace. Who is that? Who is this? Jay Strong. Who crying? Who you say crying? We got some trolls. I know the trolls in here, boy. Anytime they see Trump name, boy, they be, ooh, man. Boy, man, it's something about that Trump. It's something about that Trump, man. I ain't never seen it before. And like I say, fam, he's like one of the worst ever. But it really underscores how corrupt America is overall, because you got at least probably damn near half of the country who riding for him, which means that at least half of the country is corrupt. At least half of the country has little to no values. At least half of the country is morally corrupt. At least half the country is okay with stealing. At least half of the country is okay with cheating. At least half of the country is okay with rape. Well, they be riding for Trump, boy. They be riding like, come on, daddy. Come on, daddy. Run up in me, daddy. Daddy, run up in me, daddy. And then if you say something about Trump, they immediately assume that you care about Biden or Kamala, or anybody else. Or Barack, they got to mention somebody else's name. Like, stick to the story. We're talking about this guy right here. Defend his credentials. Defend his credibility. Can you do it without talking about somebody else? Can you do it without mentioning somebody else? No, you can't, because your mind is very, very small. You got a pissy brain. You know what a pissy brain is? It's a brain that leaks. Like old man pissy brain. I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna hold up on y'all. I ain't gonna keep on going in on y'all like that, but I can. But they love that boy. I'm telling you, fam, it's dudes who love Trump more than women do. I can see if women were like, Trump, I love you, Trump. Even though you're a rapist, I love you. Because some women, they got that Stockholm syndrome. So I can understand if women are just, throwing themselves over a dude like that and can't wait and so excited to take a picture with him and all of that. I can get it if it's a woman, but I be seeing dudes, men. They be throwing themselves, Trump. Waiting on your instructions, Commander, Chief. They be saluting the dude who was scared to go to the military 5 times. He dodged the draft 5 times. He talks about how healthy he is at 78. But he wasn't healthy enough in his 20s to go to fight for this country that he loves so much. Boy, you can't make it up, man. You can't make this up. They love him, man. I'm telling you this, man. I know for a fact. A lot of these dudes will lick Trump booty. I know it. I know they'll do it. They care about him way too much. It's a different type of like love and respect. It's different. It don't even make sense why they care so much about him. It don't even make sense because Trump don't care nothing about them. And he show it every single time he gets himself in a jam. He throws whoever the co-conspirator is under the bus. Even when he tried to overthrow the government, he tried to overthrow the government. Fam, this seemed like something out of a movie. The president of the United States tried to overthrow the government. Even when he tried to overthrow the government, He was standing tall. He was firm until they told him, yo, you're going to have to apologize for that. And what did he do? At first, he was firm and like, yeah, I told you, man, it's going to be some trouble. It's going to be some violence. It's going to be some trouble. We ain't giving up the White House. We got to turn it. And man, when he saw how real it was, he went out there and he made a statement. That boy say, America, we don't have, there ain't no room, there's no place for this type of stuff, this violence and stuff. This is not right. And he threw all of those people under, all of his followers, he threw them right under the bus. And even though he threw them under the bus, it's like they loved it even more. They loved him even more. Some of them went to jail and they still Trump supporters. Fam. Partly cuckoo, but partly a strange obsession. Lust, one might say. A lot of men are lusting for Trump. Yeah, fam. A lot of them, that's lust, man. The black man who down with him, I think those dudes be looking at Trump like, they need a white savior, like they doubt their own leadership. They got to have a white savior. Massa reminds me of the Malcolm X speech. House catch on fire, Negro go and try to put the fire out, and and the field Negro be hoping for a gust of wind. The massa cough, we sick, boss. Yeah, fam, there's a lot of them out there. A whole lot of them out there who pretend to be educated, who pretend to know what they're talking about, who pretend to be up on all of the issues. But they ride for a dude who constantly tell him, damn the economy. Let me say that for a moment for y'all who, that's so obsessed about money, getting money. It don't matter who the president is. Any man gonna make sure his family is fed. Any man gonna make sure he go out and get his. I never give a president that kind of power. I never give another man that kind of power. I'm gonna get mine no matter what. And don't tell me nothing about no celebrity shit, because I done had it and didn't have it as a celebrity. I done faced hard times when them damn records wasn't moving off the shelves. And I figured it out. Had nothing to do with who the president was. So I ain't caught up in that old economy stuff and, I was doing better. Man, what sense does it make for me to go out and make millions of dollars if I still got to fear for my life when I get pulled over by the police? And if you live long enough, you're going to get pulled over by the police. You're going to encounter the police. They're going to come pull up on your house. They're going to pull up on at a place, a business where you are, or they're going to stop you on the road somewhere. So what good is it that you got money? You got all your money, but you're living in fear. Or maybe you're not living in fear. Well, you might not admit it, but you ain't got that security. You ain't got that alarm system on your house for nothing. You ain't living behind in that gated community for nothing. You ain't got that alarm on your car for nothing. You ain't got that strap for nothing. Yeah, I ain't got no problem saying that I live in fear. It's too many uncivil. It got to be something wrong with you to not live in fear in America with all these uncivilized mutts running around here. It's got to be something wrong with you. I'm gonna tell you straight up, living in fear actually keep me on my toes, keep my head on a swivel, and I will engage. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Me living in fear, meaning that I won't take you down. I won't take somebody down. I'll take them out. I won't hesitate because I fear. I won't hesitate because I fear what you might do to me or what somebody might do to me or do to my people or do to my family, yeah, I do it. Because I live in fear, that's why I fight so hard. Because I live in fear, that's why I work so hard. That's why I go so hard. Because I don't want to deal with those. I don't want to deal with the alternative. So living in fear actually helped me stay alive growing up. I fought so hard. People used to think I was on drugs. They thought I did drugs growing up. I never did drugs growing up. But I would fight anybody. I'd whoop the biggest dudes routinely. When I was growing up as a teenager, the most I ever weighed as a teenager was like 150 pounds. I would routinely whoop 200-pound plus dudes. Routinely. Take them down. But it wasn't because I was so brave or anything, and I had this great courage. It was because I feared what would happen to me if I didn't win the fight. Besides them trying to bully me and I'm having to deal with this dude again, I feared just being embarrassed. You know, people saying, oh, you got your ass whooped, you such. And then in Fifth Ward, if you take an L in Fifth Ward, they're not going to let you forget it. Even your own friends, they're not going to let you forget taking an L. Yeah, you can be 5 years later, man. Y'all can be arguing over a football game. You be like, no, man, Texas better than Dallas. No, man. Yeah, that's why boo boo whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna forever hear it. You're gonna always hear it. So I fought so hard because I didn't want to be embarrassed. I didn't, you know. Now I will say this. I would try to avoid conflict, but once I was engaged, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of fun. Once I was engaged, it was kind of fun, you know, doing some of the damage I was able to do. It was fun. I ain't gonna lie. Just like it's fun right now taking down bullies. It's fun to me because I like showing them that everybody ain't scared of them. And bullies understand this. That's why they are very careful about who they pick fights with. They know who's a formidable enemy and who's not. They know who will put something on their ass. They know who they can get away with bullying, who they can't get away with bullying. They know. Because if they didn't know, they would have been dead a long time ago. Anybody who ain't got discernment about who they go after, who they push around, try to push around, who they try to bully, oh, they ain't gonna live long. Because everybody ain't playing. Including America know that too. That's why they only bully little small countries. They're not gonna bully. They can't bully China. They can't bully Russia. They can't bully Japan. Because they know what come with that. G-Track, what up? Pecan Tan. Pecan Tan. They say pecan sometimes. Then they say pecan. Pecan Tan. L. Turner, what up? Ruthie. Yeah, that bullying thing, saying it just like in the streets, fam. Just like in the streets. Some of these dudes in the streets, they gang. Oh man, they hard. They hard, man. Some of them killers. They'll kill. They just be, But certain people, they ain't gonna even, they won't even think about doing something like that too. Because they program. They know. They know what come with that. Yeah, I was trying to say North Korea, right? Yeah, Japan is. Yeah, Japan is ran by the U.S. they got Japan. Yeah, they got Japan way back. Yeah, they did Japan dirty. Well, Japan asked for it because they came over here with that nonsense, and they got everything they was looking for. I saw somebody posted, Kamala said she ain't doing nothing for blacks. Well, newsflash, ain't none of them doing anything for blacks specifically. None of them. They all said it. Trump just be lying when he said what he's done for black folks. Y'all, and let's shut down this whole school thing down. Y'all keep on. See, most people that's on social media, they just regurgitate stuff that they see. And they regurgitate stuff that they want to agree with. They don't put no thought in it. They don't do any research. Trump ain't gave HBCUs nothing. Okay, let's get that straight. First and foremost, those HBCUs get money every year from the government anyway. All Trump was doing was talking about renewing the contract. All right? So he ain't gave HBCUs nothing. And that money that he actually promised HBCUs, he just made a promise. That's like if you're raising money for, let's say, some type of charity and you pledge. But he wasn't even pledging his money. He was pledging the United States of America money. But that money was never paid out. That's the part y'all be leaving out. Y'all conveniently leave that part out. Frank Brown, what up? Here's an interesting post. Rants, I'm gonna give you a shout out, Rants About the World, because I mean, it ain't really disrespectful what you said, but this is friend. This is you borderline though. I'm gonna go ahead and read it though. He said Trump is going to win because of people like you that won't shut up. What's interesting here is your handle is Rants About the World, which implies that you do a lot of talking your damn self, but you want me to shut up. Why would you want me to shut up? This is America. It's a free country. Freedom of speech. We like to talk about that, right? And I'm sure you like your freedom of speech because you do rants about the world. I'm just doing rants about the United States of America. So you tell me who need to shut up. Go play in traffic blindfolded. Don't come around here playing with me, man. You're going to need some more artillery. I'm way too strong. They love it. They love when you have free speech, as long as you're using your free speech to echo their sentiments. As long as you're using your free speech to champion their causes, to promote their objectives. They love that free speech. If Colin Kaepernick had been kneeling and told them that he was kneeling because he was a proud patriot and he was not kneeling because of police brutality, they would have supported kneeling. They would have joined him in kneeling. If Colin Kaepernick would have told them that he was kneeling because he was supporting the police officers who had been accused of police brutality, they would have supported him. They would have kneeled during the national anthem. They would have kneeled during the playing of the national anthem. You can do anything you want in this country and get their approval as long as they agree. As long as you take their side, you can be in it. You can be a killer. You can steal. You can rob. You can violate women's bodies and men's bodies. You can do anything you want as long as you agree with their objectives. As long as you support their plight. This country don't have a moral compass. Let's get that straight. This country does not have a moral compass. You can do it. Look at the leadership in this country. You have people who are elected officials, public servants, who have no decorum whatsoever. Class is out the door. These people get on social media and other platforms and say anything, but you know who kicked it off? Trump is the one who made it okay to do all of that stuff. Now you have all the other uncivilized mutts who are elected officials who will come out and just say anything. They foul mouth, they cuss, they do more cussing than just average citizens. They'll say anything. They talk bad about a sitting president. I'm not just talk bad, but use vulgarity towards sitting president. They have no respect. And you wonder why there's little to no respect amongst the citizens? Leadership starts at the top and it trickles down. So when you look at the climate of America, when you look at how disjointed we are as a people, when you look at all of the division, when you look at all of the murder and mayhem that goes on in America daily, look at the top, just like you look at the people who commit these heinous crimes and who behave the way that they do. Start at the top. Yeah, you could say, well, where it starts in the home, it starts in the home. But it's regulated by the government. Remember? Yeah, it starts in the home, but the government took paddle and took corporal punishment out of the homes. So it starts at the top. And when it don't work out, whenever there's a finger that needs to be pointed, the government tells you to point the finger at the family. But the government regulates the family. They write the laws. They enforce the laws. And you know who else is culpable? The media. The media works in cahoots with the government. Don't ever get that twisted. They can act like they're independent, but they're not. They work together. They work together today they will work together. Tomorrow, they worked together. Yesterday, they're going to work together forever. The media, the US media, is the primary reason, working in cahoots with the government, is the primary reason why Black people have a bad image all over the world. The US media did that, and they're still doing it. Now, why would the US media go out of its way to try to make Black folks look bad? Why would the government of the United States go out of its way to try to make Black folks look bad? Well, if they can make us look bad, they can justify their mistreatment. Simple. Don't get it twisted, fam. The media is in cahoots with the government, and they always have been. All forms of media, including social media, all forms of media. The government can shut any one of these social media companies down if they wanted to. Just like they took that vote on TikTok to force a sale of TikTok to US business investors, they can do the same thing with Facebook. They can do the same thing with YouTube, Google. They can do the same thing with Twitter. Elon Musk don't run nothing. When they get ready to, they can shut Elon Musk down. Yeah, he got so much power. Okay, cool. But if they wanted to, they can go in and shut him down. You know, one of the easiest ways they can shut him down? Just change the laws. How you can't do this, 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 this. And all they got to do is change the laws and change how we, the people, the users, can actually upload content, the type of content we can upload. They could change the laws about that type of stuff. And what'll happen is people will start trying to migrate somewhere else. They could also raise their taxes. That's one way to make them suffer. I mean, they could raise the taxes like out of the roof. All they got to do is make it a law. Anything that they want to do, dirty, corrupt, immoral, they can just write it in the law. So it looks like Trump getting popped may have been fake news. How y'all feel about that? Your leader, your hero, your master didn't really take a shot to the ear. He didn't get grazed by a bullet. He didn't get grazed by a bullet fragment. Looks like he got grazed by a piece of glass. And that kind of makes sense because I can see right through that sucker. Truthman, what's up? Chuck Wagon, OG Dude. Mike Brown, Coretta Scott Queen. Still tripping. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, fam. That's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Mike Dan, I see you. Devin Dam. Is that Rodney Theoc? Ron Johnson, you got that right. The government never misses. They do not miss. And that's why I said it was fake out the gate, because the government don't miss. They said that the shooter who killed this guy, who killed Trump, the so-called Trump shooter, took pictures of him before he shot him. What damn sharpshooter got time to be taking pictures before they take the shot? Well, that guy had 20 whole minutes at least 20 whole minutes. You got a shooter on the roof at a political rally, a presidential rally, and you let him get off 5 shots before you shot him dead. 20-something seconds passed between his first shot and his last shot. Sounds like to me somebody may have been waiting to see if he could get the job done. And when he saw that the job was not going to get done, it would let me go ahead on and clean this up. Just a theory. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, fam, enjoy the rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I will be back later on for a second live today. All right, fam? No more talk.